everyone, welcome back to my channel, All Things Jesus. My name is Adriana, and today you guys are tuned in for a treat. It's another episode in my L.I.T series that stands for Living in Truth. For those of you who do not know, about a year and a half ago, maybe, the Lord put this desire in my heart to interview His sons, my brothers in the faith. And basically, these are men of God who are living out the Word of God in their everyday lives. And so I like to showcase them and just show people that they do, in fact, exist. And we're going to talk about them. We're going to highlight what they're doing. They're going to show us the lessons along the way of being lit and living in truth in light of God's Word and the work that we live in today and being a light in it. So pull up your seat, get some popcorn, a snack, whatever you like, some water, some tea, whatever you like, and let's just get into this video. Thank you for watching. We talked about your spiritual journey. We talked about careers and dreams. And it couldn't be a video with a single young man and God without talking about relationships and love. So that's my next segue. My question for you is, how do you navigate being a handsome, young, single man of God and maintain your purity in your walk with God?
You stay
Don't
away.
Be bashful.
Nah, you stay away. You run away. You flee. Be young Joseph out here.
Listen.
No, I get caught up a lot.
Explain that. You got to caveat. What you mean you get caught up a lot?
I get caught up. So for me, my pattern, and this, I'm just be honest. It's whatever.
Be honest.
You got me on Oprah. Yeah, I tend to get caught up with like chicks that aren't serving the Lord, right? But they tend to attract something in me. I don't know. Like I'm attracted to, like, like the artsy woman with the like dreads and the the like the vegan holistic type of whole stuff. Who sits like Indian style, like paint stuff. And that you more often than not, that person is not seeking after the Lord. They're seeking after Mother Gaia. Yeah, so
you're being honest.
Yeah, no, and then it's just like after a point, it's just like, yo, no, either like she like, oh, why can't you, da da da, and I'm like, nah, I can't. I'm trying to live for God.
So, can I put you on the spot?
Yeah, you can put me on the spot.
Can you please tell a story that you told about like being really hype and saying, God, you're gonna have to show me?
Oh yeah, so like like God funny, cause so. I'm gonna segue. I'm gonna be a little petty. Well, not petty, but
yeah.
So I came from like a place, like an old like church background where everybody heard God every other day, right? Oh, God was talking to me yesterday. He said, "What's up?" Oh, okay, that's cool. He don't talk to me that much, but there's like times when I know like God is speaking.
Yeah.
Like I know for a fact. So like I was entertaining this Muslim girl, which is like off, from the jump. Yeah. But she was bad. She was pretty. I was like, all right, okay, we just cool. We just friends. So we just chilling. And then it just starts getting deep and deep. And I'm just like, yo, it's like, I know it's not going to work. I come from like a 2-religion household. Like there's nothing good coming out of this. I'm going to just get my feelings insane. Mm-hmm. But I'm feeling this girl. And then, and the Holy Spirit just that little fire, like, just let, and I'm just like, I'm trying to ignore it as best as I can, and I'm like, he's like, come on, and so like, I remember I was in front of, I actually went to Philly Sports Club. I used to go to Philly Sports Club in South Street, all close to South Street, so it was like nighttime, and like, I love the night, when it's nighttime, because there's actual parking, and like, I got the park right across from the gym. But I just sat at that moment. I had my Bible in my car. I keep a Bible in my car. Not to be deep, I just like keep it in there.
You ain't gotta say that.
No, but like I don't read. Like it's just in my like. But at that time, I'm using that to like paint the background.
Got you.
So like I I was like, all right. So I'm struggling because Shorty's texting me, and I'm like, then I say the prayer. I'm like, look, God, because I tell you, I pray like these honest prayers sometimes. I look, God. I ain't strong enough to like break it off with this chick. you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to tell me. You're going to have to do it for me because I'm too weak. And honestly, God, like, if you don't stop me, like, I'm about to go all in. Like, that's how I pray to God, you know?
Oh, okay.
And God was like, not all the time, because like, but sometimes I'm like, God, all right, me and you got to be real, God, because this ain't working out. And so I'm like, God, show me. You're going to have to show me, God. Show me. Like, I need to know that it's you speaking that's telling me not to go out with this Muslim girl, right? Which is obvious, like, but, you know, I'm going to do.
He was like, I'm going to test you.
So, yeah, so I'm like, all right. So I'm like, someone was like, just open the Bible. So I opened the Bible, and I'm not kidding you. I opened the Bible, and the first thing that I came across in the Bible was King Solomon's wives turned his heart away from the Lord. And I was like, got it. like there was no battle. Like yeah, I was like, oh, okay. But that's not the first time that's actually happened. Like, God is like,
shut it down.
It shut it down. Like, I remember, I'm telling another story. I didn't tell you this story. So there was this, like chick. Like, oh man, we went to college together. She didn't give me no type of day, like in college. Like, she didn't give me no like type of play. So I got saved after college. When I got saved, that's when she started getting interested. That's how you know the devil was all in there, right?
She's not saved.
No.
Oh,
I mean,
Lord, and she wanted you act.
Yeah, like, and so like we went on this is new Christianity. So we went on a date, and like, so I was like really like the attraction level for this girl was like super high. Right? Let me just put that there. So I come outside, and Shorty's waiting outside on like the trunk of the car, like leaning. And as soon as I saw her, I was like, "This is the devil!" Like, it came out of my mouth. Like, this guy, like, the devil is working. It's and anyway, long story short, like, she was trying. It just got too much. I ended up in my room like, Lord, like, Lord, if this is you, give me like the strength to, like, you know what I mean. And then,
if what is you?
Like, if you're really telling me not to be with this one girl, God, please, you gonna have to tell me because I'm too weak. Like, God loves those I'm too weak prayers. Lord, I'm too weak. I don't know. I don't even know how. I don't remember what happened. I just remember 5 seconds later, I was like, the cheesiest. I was like, I can't be with you because I gotta serve the Lord Jesus. Like, something real bad, Corey. Like, it's me and Jesus Christ.
It was great.
Yeah, and the worst part was she was like, okay, like, that was her response. All right, cool. Like, meaning, like,
oh wow,
yeah, you don't like you're nothing. Like, I just move on to the next one. But yeah, that hurt.
You're alright though.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Okay, so your answer is basically you maintain your purity and your walk with God because you kind of flee.
Yeah, I tend to, but I haven't been fleeing.
You don't flee.
And when I don't flee, I get caught up,
and
the Lord gotta be like, I remember. I think I told you, like, I prayed this prayer, like, God, keep me on a leash. Like, if I go too far, you got yank. So, like, He's been faithful. Like, it's always like pulling me back. Yeah. Okay, so the next question for you would be, how has dating as a Christian changed from how you used to date, if anything has changed? I say responsibility.
Mm-hmm. In what ways? Like, you got to tease that out for us.
So, responsibility in not only is just a woman you gotta respect, because my mom did teach me how to respect women, like, you know, but now it's just God's daughter, so you can't just be out here like breaking hearts. So it's like, all right, I have to be intentional, or at least more so intentional. I've been hearing lately, like, the feedback I'm getting is that I'm thinking that I have to know the person is my wife before I start dating them. So I'm kind of working through that now.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like,
you think this, or people are telling you
people are telling me that I do think this. And so I think in a way they're right, because I'm just like, well, I don't know if this person's my wife, so like, I'm not really gonna like date this person. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But like, how am I gonna get to know somebody? That's the feedback that I'm getting. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I do it because I'm like, I don't really want to hurt anybody, and I don't want to have that like weight on me saying like, oh, you know, hurt, and then the reputation, and then also this Pastor Larry, because he was like, Covenant Community, they were like, when I came and I sat down and I felt they were looking directly at me, probably not, but that's what I felt.
That's how you felt.
They were like, we protect our, like, real serious, we protect our women here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't
like
come.
you about to come in
Right?
here.
And I was like, oh, got it. Like, Christian, you know,
Mr. Casanova.
like, message clear. So, like, I've been just really careful about, like, even just throwing the wrong signals at church.
But I think that that's necessary in just protecting yourself. If you know that you have been prone sometimes to be, you know, just more emotional and loving and just like that's your personality.
Yeah.
So you do have to be careful.
Yeah, and that's been coming up a lot more recently too. Like even so, I don't know if we talked about it earlier.
We talked about a whole bunch. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm very loving towards my mom, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm like, if I see my mom in a dress, like, dang mom, look at you, you looking good. Oh, kill him, right? But that's me how I treat my mom. But I can't really do that to like it's like at 30 and like I feel like women around like this like it's like why are you telling me I look good? Like you know what I mean? And it's and like I understand the urgency, you know?
Like for marriage.
Yeah, and all of that. So it's like I can't even and so it means like I can't even like big people up. Like I love bigging people. That's what I do. You know, that's what I do.
Yeah, we were talking about
that.
like,
That's what I do to my mom. Like I be all my mom like, hey mom, I be on my aunt. Ooh, better go. Like that's I just they love it. But oh stop, you know. But like I can't do that, and it's not my place to be like that. My friends say I got a savior mentality to be like, let me like make myself not that available, and it's kind of like I gotta learn that, and it's for the best, I guess. But it kind of sucks sometimes. I'll find a different outlet to do.
I was just about to say that. I would say I think you just have to give it to God to make it be glorifying to Him in whichever way you do it.
Yeah.
So He'll show you what's going too far and what someone may need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think as a brother in Christ, it's okay to be like, you look very pretty today. To someone who you know can handle it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So just being led by the Holy Spirit and how to do that. Because it doesn't feel good to always kind of feel like you're being stuffy and like, I can't be myself. And
yeah. Like you did say, I kind of come off guarded, right? Like,
you do. Yeah. You do. I mean, now I feel like I'm, gotten to know you or whatever. But from the outside looking in, it didn't. I would have never known this is Lanre. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I think like really, and for people out there who deal with the same thing, maybe your personality is more bubbly and outgoing, and you're like, I give hugs when I see people, but now because you're in this Christian, faith, and you gotta be careful, and you gotta make sure you're not being a stumbling block to people. You really have to give that to God and ask Him how to still be you and be authentic. But make sure that it's coming off in integrity and not, making anybody else stumble. Because I hate for people not to be, I'm not saying be yourself, because we are sinful by nature. But I'm saying like to just always feel so stifled and so stuffy. Because God can redeem all of that. So, do you trust? Because this is something that we talked about. Do you trust that God is going to supply
my desires?
Your desires. Specifically pertaining to a wife.
I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know.
Why? What is it there that is making you have a question mark when it comes to... Because that's so taboo, right? But Christians to be talking, and I'm asking, do you trust God in that area? And you're like, I don't know if I trust
him. And I think it kind of, honestly, that my actions would probably lean more towards no. Because I don't really take prayer, like women to God. I take my work, I take basketball games, I take like random stuff, but I don't, for some reason, like, because I don't want to be disappointed, and it probably has a lot to do with like my upbringing, and I mean like my Christian upbringing, where like we were talking about it earlier, like people, it's like a lot of the rhetoric I heard was like, oh, I didn't really like my wife when I first met her, but God did something. He's like, oh, that's what I got to look forward to, like me not really being attracted to my wife, or me just being not us matching, but because God says so, like now it's like, oh, but now it's good, like oh. And then I'm like, God probably gonna force me to be somebody I'm not like really attracted to, or somebody I'm not really feeling. And I know it's just like the sinful part of me. Like But and then like it's confusing too, right? Because sometimes like you hear different things. Like God has the one for you, but then people's like, well, God lets you choose. Mm-hmm. You know.
And where do you fall on it?
I don't know. Maybe God brings options. Maybe that's what I'm leaning to. Like I presented this one.
And I think we kind of talked about that a little bit. Like the presentations and stuff. Yeah. Because y'all, we bonded. We bonded through that particular part because I can be honest, and if anybody watches my channel, you guys know, I think that's something common that we all struggle with because this Christian life is pretty sacrificial. We know that, like, you got to lay your life down. Those who try to, save your life, they're going to lose it, whatever. But if you lose your life, then you'll gain it. And so I think we think about all of those type of things, especially when it comes to love. And it's like, well, maybe God is not going to give me exactly what I desire. Like we gonna get it, but it may not be exactly like what we desire. And I think when you and I were having that conversation, I was just saying it goes back to trust and really trusting God and trusting that He knows best for you, and that it doesn't always look like what other people say. It doesn't have to be your story that when I met my wife, she was totally opposite of an artsy woman. She was totally this, she was totally that, and God had to make me like her. And then, even if it is that, it's going to be good, because even if He does have to shape your heart to do such a thing, God's going to do it. And so it's like, it all boils down to trust. And trusting Him for so many other things in our life. How dare we not trust Him with this? Like, how dare we not trust Him with this? But I think it's so important to have real candid conversations about this, because I think this is something that we keep in the closet, like, and you're kind of looked down upon sometimes if you are really honest about the fact that as a single, I'm a little scared. Like, I don't know what the future is going to hold. But I think it's so great that we know who holds the future, as cliche as that sounds, because that's what gives me hope. Like, I don't know. I'm a 29 single woman of God, and I don't know, but I know God, and I know He knows my heart, and He knows my desires, and so He will do whatever it takes to make them all align for His glory. And I think that's what you have to hold on to, because explain to the people why, because it's not all selfish. Explain to them why you have these reservations about not having the type of wife that you desire, because you're talking about the encouragement piece.
Yeah. So when I have a list, right? And when I tell people about the list, they automatically think it's really shallow. Mm-hmm. But like, I'm 30, and so there's an understanding of who I am, right? And I know in order to be the best that I can be, or who God wants me to be eventually, because people see this thing that they think God wants me to do or be. And I don't see I think it's going to take like a really good, like, strong woman to like take me to that level, you know? Mm-hmm. I'm not relying on a woman, but women just bring certain things to your life, right?
To be healthy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so, I definitely got the physical aspect, but it's really not as shallow as people think. But then I'm just like, I know, like, I need a woman that's positive, like, genuinely. I need a woman that, like, loves God genuinely. Like, it's not, like, just has her own individual, like, human, genuine relationship with Christ. Mm-hmm. That'll draw me to Christ because of her love for Christ even more. You know, like, that sort of thing is, like, in there. And I'm like, and somebody that I can trust, because there's things you deal with growing up, like, somebody that I can trust that, like, really loves me, like, somebody that can encourage me, because I'm a words of affirmation person, so I'm just like, I know if I'm down, because I tend to be down. If my wife is down all the time, it's gonna be down. It's gonna be dark. The shade's gonna be dark in the house. But where the lights at? We don't do lights in this house. So, like, you feel me? Like I want that. Like, and I can be positive. I can be bubbly. But sometimes it takes somebody to, like, just turn the light switch on. And so, like, I see what I need. And so I don't know. So I need God. I don't know. I just feel like here's what you said. like I've let go of some like really dope like women, right? Like I've had to let go, like just really amazing women, and I'm just like, God has to have something better. If I got to give this up,
Preach, Lanre.
like if I got to give like this up, like God, like this was like, it's like look, you see my list. But that one thing, like
Glaring in life.
that one thing, the main checkpoint is, oh no, what? And then it's like, all right, God, I guess I gotta be more trusting, right? Like
you do.
If God,
we all do.
You show me, God was right here.
I think
so
it's like a preview that He does for us. It's like, you thought that was good?
Yeah.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait. Like that was just to whet your appetite to know that there is a such thing as a woman out there that exists, but that's not her. Yeah.
That's I think
that's
like
not her.
And, like I have people tell me like, well, what do you look for? I'm like, she gotta love Jesus. She got to. It's not gonna work no other way.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm playing games when like I do like I go out and like not out but like I'm outside or I see somebody and I'm like, oh, she's cute, you know. But at the end of the day, it's like it's a waste if you don't love Jesus. Yeah, like I've seen it not work when there's two different religions in the house.
Yes, because you grew up
and so I've seen it not work. And my mom says like, don't use me as an example. Like God, like she says that, and they're cordial, they're great. It just didn't work. And I saw the change when my mom became a Christian. That was like the beginning of the deterioration. And so but I've seen strong like Christian marriage. I see the.
It's like you see what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, and so I can't make those silly mistakes off of passion,
Yeah, it's so good. And back to what you were saying about I listened to a lot of podcasts, and one of them that I'm loving lately is Jesus and Jollof.
Yeah, I like that.
I love it because I got the obsession with like African and Nigerian stuff, and they have the accents. It's just bomb. But Yvonne Orji was talking about her. Obviously, she's dating now. She's a virgin, and she loves Jesus, and she's dating. And the guy is amazing to her. Like she, loves him and everything. But when they were in the phase of just talking, getting to know one another, she told him straight up, real G, like, look, you cool and all, like you seem like you have everything together, but if you not it, you ain't the right one, slide to the left.
Yeah.
Like exit stage left quickly, because that means God has someone better. Yeah. And she said he was like, like, I know I'm bomb. Like you really have a lot of faith in your God.
Yeah.
Our God, because obviously he's a believer too.
Yeah.
To be like, go ahead and exit stage left. But it's like what you said. We need to know that if we are getting a picture of somebody who we think has everything on the list, if they're not the one, that means God has something even better.
Yeah.
Even better. And so that just made me think about Yvonne sharing that story. And it's just like, have faith in God, trust in Him. Because she talked about how she trusts Him so much.
Yeah.
And she knew that He's out there somewhere. She says, too many people on this planet, He's out there somewhere because Jesus ain't making them. He ain't no baby. Yeah. Like, He's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
So, can have trust and faith in the fact that she's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
No matter what.
I mean, I'll take another approach. Like, God is also developing me as a man.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the most responsible man. I'm not the most mature. So there's things that God, I'm gonna use that as a kind of like a buffer. Like, okay, God is working on me too, because I want to be great for my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be I don't want her to be oh, I mean, what about this guy I could have married? I want to be that's something I tell people I used to watch all the black movies in the 90s. I wanted to be Morris Chestnut and Tate Diggs and all that stuff. You feel me? So
that's that actor in you.
Yeah. So I was no, I'm trying to be dope so that my wife can be satisfied and give glory to God because I'm my husband. In every aspect. So,
yeah. And so God is molding you into that. in this season.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, so we kind of discussed this, like how you're getting through the process of trusting God and everything like that. Have you had convos with anybody, like trusted mentors and godly men, to kind of help you to see what their role was like? Or
no, I'm just being honest. I've been honest all day.
Yeah.
No, and it's not for lack of availability. It's me being more so guarded. It's hard for me to trust people in authority. You can probably guess, right? But I'm like part of like the men's group, and so I feel like the men are starting to reach out. The past, I have like a conspiracy theory. The past probably told them like reach out a little bit, but like I'm starting to like open up. You know what I mean? And it's just like really another thing about Epiphany, man. It's like I'm not trying to plug the church, but like it's just good men that's older and like they just like real. They doing their thing.
They are though.
And then they just like they love God, and it's like it's not forced. They're not super deep. They're not like casting devils. They just like we are just chasing after the Lord. I take care of my wife. I take care of my kids. Like and this is what I do. This is my business. It's like yo man, thank you. Thank you.
So you have them at your disposal. What you're saying is you're not totally.
I gotta reach out more.
Yeah.
And I'm just not. I can be shy at first. Like after I get to know you, then I'm like wow, bubbly. But like most of the time, I'm just like, all right, I gotta.
You're giving people strong arms.
All the time. Like, I gotta fill you out first. I don't know what you're about. So
yeah. But I think it also goes back to something that you said in your response, that you don't really take relationships and women and stuff to the throne. Yeah. So you got to start there first. Yeah. In my opinion, I would think you.
No, I mean, no, yeah. I was like, my life is just essentially the pattern of my life is you got to go through God with everything, and every time I deviate from that, I get stagnant. I'm not where I need to be.
I have officially loved this interview. I feel like we've had such an authentic conversation. I'm forgetting the camera is even there, just like cracking up. So any last words? Anything you got to say to the people?
Yeah. I want to say that one, you talk about authenticity, you talk about truth. And I try to be as honest as I can with myself and with other people. Probably more honest with myself and like God, because there's no secrets. But man, the best thing I got from that church was like the need for truth.
What church you talking about?
The old church that I went to. It was like truth was such a big deal in the church. Maybe a little bit too much, but like I still learned that like you have to be true to yourself, and that's where like the most authentic relationship comes with God, And so like I'm like God knows. I'll be like God, I'm weak. I'm like God, I'm mad. I'm like God, I'm sad. I'm like God, I don't want to wait. Like, and I feel like God meets me in those moments. And then I feel like just like we're Christian and we have expectations, but like we're also human. And it's like if we don't show our human side, how do we get to show like the work that God is doing in us? If I'm perfect all the time, you know what I mean? Like I'm not perfect. I'm not. I know that truth has like let me know just how flawed of a person I am. Like, I don't got time to be judging people. I do you like I probably should be like, well, the Lord said, but I'd be like, look, man, I got this whole law in my eyes, so I ain't gonna talk about.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say because you're getting your second.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So like I'm not even worried. Like I got a lot of work to do. He's doing it faithfully, but he still got a long way to go. And so I see it. But this conversation has been good for me too, because you set things in perspective. It's just trusting God. I tend to run from God. Like sometimes my heart runs from God, but there's always like a pulling back. Like
because he's so faithful, and that's what you said. He's so faithful, and I think you having such like that authenticity with God and your prayer being, Lord, if I ever go too far, pull me back. He's honoring that. And he's being faithful to pull you back and reel you right on in. And so I think just a recap of everything we talked about in the beginning, Like this is all just been a trust journey for you, and being a part of the faith, and totally just going contrary to your household and living values and everything, and loving your grandfather and everything. Jesus just got you, and you radically changed. Obviously, you had different things here and there, but leaving what you knew in Jersey to come to Philly for church as a young man, like people just don't. So that was trust right there, and then trusting God with your dreams of being a content creator and curator, as you say. But right now you're a math teacher, and that's where you're meeting, the needs of your students, and just living to please God and glorify Him. And then to your love life, and still, still gripping and trying to see like, God, all right, I surrender. I don't know if you're gonna give me exactly what I want the way I want it, but whatever it is, it's gonna be good. And so I think like holding on to those truths and seeing where God has built you from and how He answered your prayers. Like you legit said, Lord, if this is not of you, and then boom.
Yeah.
Like that's so dope. But thank y'all for watching. Thank you, Lanre, for agreeing to be so authentic and be so honest.
That was my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So, all right, guys, y'all know the drill. Until next time, whatever you do it all for the glory of God.
You got a tagline.
Bye, guys.
Whatever you say.